Good morning, Gurukulians. Due to corona pandemic, it is not possible to carry offline classes, so we are shifting from offline to online classes. So we are going to make a video for chapter number 5 of class 12th. So this is the video for class 12th. The name of chapter is Principles of Inheritance and Variation. So this is the most important chapter of class 12th, that is chapter number 5, 6. These are two most important chapters and lengthy one also. So please pay attention. So we are going to start with the basic terminology, that is first of all inheritance. So what is inheritance? It is the process of transmission of characters from one generation to the next generation. So this is simple transmission of characters. The second term is variation. So as we know, there are large differences within the same population of same species. So these are variations. For example, in human beings, we found that even two brothers are not exactly identical to each other. So they are similar but not identical. So the variations, the differences are variations. So the first term inheritance is just simple transmission of characters, and second is variations, means differences between the individuals of same species. And the study of both inheritance as well as variation, this study is called as genetics. So genetics is the branch of biology which deals with the study of inheritance as well as variation. In common words, we don't use the name of this chapter, Principle of Inheritance and Variation. Rather, we are just using genetics, principle of genetics. So these are basic terminology. Now we are shifting to next topic. Now there is a renowned scientist which is related with genetics, and the name of scientist is Gregor Johann Mendel. So he is also called as father of genetics. Father of genetics. Because he is the first person who experimented a lot on genetics. That's why we are calling Gregor Johann Mendel as father of genetics. So he selected a plant for his experiment, and the name of plant was pea plant. Pea means mutton. So pea plant, and the scientific name of this plant is Pisum sativum. So as we know, the scientific name of any organism should be like this, that the first letter of genus should be capital, while the first letter of species should be small. So this is name of genus and this is name of species. Now the question arises, why did Mendel selected this plant, pea plant? So there are some reasons for it. First of all, so reasons for selecting pea plant. So there may be a direct 2-number question, that why did Mendel selected pea plant for his experiments? So the answer is, the first is, it is true breeding plant. True breeding means this plant is having bisexual flowers. Bisexual. So bisexual flowers means the flower which is having male as well as female, both part within the same flower. So due to bisexual nature of the flowers, this plant can self-pollinate, and whenever a plant can self-pollinate, it will produce pure lines. So we can easily find pure lines of pea plant. And what does it mean? Pure lines means whenever you grow the seeds of pea plant, all the time in every generation the same character will appear. For example, if we are selecting a trait, a character like height of the plant, and we are taking tall, there are two options of height of the plant, that is tall and dwarf. So if we are choosing a plant tall, if in next generation it produces seeds, and whenever we grow these seeds will always produce tall plants in every generation. If this will be the scenario, then we can say these are pure lines. Okay? Same case is with dwarf. So the first reason is these are true breeding plants and it can produce pure lines, and this is possible due to bisexual flowers. Second reason, short lifespan. The lifespan of pea plant is generally 3 months. So due to this short lifespan, we can study very large number of generations within a short time span. Third reason is availability of contrasting characters. So contrasting characters means the characters which shows two different variations. For example, as we have written here, that the character is height of plant, and we have two options in height of plant. One is tall and second one is dwarf. So this is the one character height of plant having two alternative traits. So Mendel selected 7 characters in pea plant. We will write it later on. Next character is next reason to select pea plant as experimental organism is easy to grow and manage. For example, if he had selected rats or any other organisms like frog as experimental organism, then they may create problems. But pea plant is, as we know, plants are stagnant, they cannot move, so it is more easy to handle them. So these are some characters, some reasons why Mendel selected pea plant as experimental organism. Now we are going to make a simple table. The table of 7 characters which are selected by Mendel. So character, dominant and recessive. So the first character is height of plant. Tall, dwarf. So what are dominant and recessive? Dominant means if there are two different type of alleles, actually we will discuss it dominant and recessive as later. First of all, we will draw the table having 7 characters. Later on we will discuss dominant and recessive. So height of the plant, now flower color violet, white. Flower position axial, terminal. Axial or terminal means if this is the plant and these are branches, one flower is here, one flower is here, this type of arrangement. And in terminal, these are branches, but the flower will be of this position only at the terminal part. Next is pod shape and pod color. Pod means fruit. So in pea plant, what is the pod shape? One is full is dominant, and constricted is recessive. Full means, as you have seen pea, these are seeds. This is full. And this is constricted one. So this is a regular structure, this is irregular wavy type of structure. Now pod color means the color of fruit. So this is green is dominant, yellow is recessive. Now next is seed shape. Seed shape is round. And wrinkled. So round and wrinkled. And the last character is seed color. So the seed color and pod color, these are just opposite to each other. Means if we are considering dominant one, then we have to write yellow here. Yellow is dominant over green. So these are 7 characters which are studied by the father of genetics, that is Mendel. And these are the dominant traits, these are recessive traits. So character is having 2 different traits, either dominant or recessive. So what are exactly dominant and recessive? So every character, for example height of plant, it is determined by 2 letters. We will show every trait with 2 type of letters. For example, if we are writing tall, then we will write capital T, means 2 letters for its denotation. And if we are writing dwarf, then again we will write small t, small t. So the character which is dominant, it will always be written in capital letters, and the character which is recessive, that is dwarf, it will be written always in small letters. So the character which will always dominate in F1 progeny is called as dominant character, while the character which will not express itself in F1 progeny, first progeny, then it is called as recessive character or trait. Now we will study some basic terminology without which you cannot able to understand this chapter. So we are starting with some basic terms. So most of the students find difficulty in this chapter because they don't understand the basic terminology. So first of all, we will focus on this. So we have already discussed character. So character have two traits. One may be dominant and other may be a recessive one. So one character is having two alternative forms. These are called as traits, and this trait may be dominant and other will be recessive. If we take the example of this height of the plant, so character is plant height. So in plant height, the dominant trait is tall, while the recessive trait is dwarf. Now second terminology, alleles or factors. Now pay attention. Character is governed by a gene. Okay? And every gene has two type of alleles, and every trait is shown by two type of alleles. So whenever we are writing tall, we will denote it with capital T, dwarf with small t, small t. So these two letters are called as alleles or factors. So these are, either you will call it allele or factors. So basically if we want to define alleles, so alleles are alternative forms of a gene which will govern a particular trait. And the type of alleles are responsible for another character, another terminology named as genotype. So there are two more terms, genotype and phenotype. So whatever we are seeing, for example, we are saying height of the plant is tall. So the tallness is phenotype of the plant. Dwarfness is phenotype of the plant. While the pattern of alleles which are defining tallness, they will form genotype. So we can write here tall and dwarf, these are phenotype. Phenotype is somewhat what we can see directly. So this is external appearance and this is genotype. So genotype is the genetic constitution of a plant which will determine phenotype. सो जीनोटाइप में लेटर्स कैसे हैं वो डिसाइड करेंगे कि आपका यहाँ पे फिनोटाइप कैसा होगा. ओके. नाउ नेक्स्ट टर्मिनोलॉजी इज होमोजाइगस and heterozygous. So if we write here genotype means tallness or dwarfness and capital T and its phenotype will be always tall. Now next terminology is homozygous and heterozygous. So these will be determined by genotype. And we have written genotype here, capital T, small t. If both the alleles are of same type, whether it is capital T or small t, then this type of genotype is called as homozygous. So we will write here, homozygous means either capital T or small t, while heterozygous condition will be one capital T and one small t. So homozygous are also called as pure lines and heterozygous is also called as hybrids. So until and unless you will not understand these terms, you are not going to understand this chapter. So pure lines, as I have already described, pure lines means the plants which will generate same type of phenotype in every generation. Means if we are taking tall plant, then even after 2, 3, 5, 4 generation, the new plants will be tall. So these are pure lines and their genotype will be always homozygous. Either it will be capital T or small t. Heterozygous is one capital T and one small t, and these are also called as hybrids. Now the terms dominant and recessive, these are explained here. So as we know, this will produce tallness, this will produce dwarfness. Then what will this genotype what type of phenotype this genotype will produce? So here phenotype is always tallness in F1 generation. So why there is tallness? Due to this allele. So capital T is dominant allele while small t is recessive allele. Dominant allele is responsible for dominant trait, recessive allele is responsible for recessive trait. So whenever a dominant allele will be present, then irrespective of the second type of allele, it will always express its phenotype. मतलब कि अगर एक कैपिटल टी और एक स्मॉल टी दोनों प्रेजेंट हैं, तो अगर एक बार कैपिटल टी प्रेजेंट हो गया तो बिना इसको देखे हुए कि दूसरा कैपिटल टी है या स्मॉल टी है, इसने हरदम क्या फिनोटाइप देना है? टॉलनेस. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ एलील इज कॉल्ड एज डोमिनेंट एलील. नेक्स्ट टर्मिनोलॉजी इज F1 generation and F2 generation. So for example, we are taking a tall plant and dwarf plant. As we know, tallness is shown by 2 capital alleles, dwarfness is by 2 small alleles, small letters. So this is phenotype, this is genotype. Now during formation of seeds, seeds are gametes. So whenever there will be formation of gametes, only one out of these two alleles will go. So from here there will be a gamete which is always having a single T, and from here it will always have a small t. So these are gametes. So whenever these gametes are crossed, it will produce capital T, small t. So this is your F1 generation, first generation. 1 means first. F stands for filial. So this is first filial generation. So in F1 generation, this will be the genotype, and whenever this genotype is, then as we know T is dominant allele, so it will always produce tallness. So the phenotype will be tall. Now the seeds of this plant, so whenever we are having this plant, we will do self crossing. Self crossing means the seeds which are produced from this plant due to this fusion, these seeds are grown in the field and it will produce a plant which is having bisexual flower. So the pollen grains of the same flower will be deposited on stigma of the same flower. This is called as self crossing. So we are saying capital T small t crossing with capital T small t. So this will again produce type of gametes. Here two type of gametes, capital T, small t. From here also two types of gametes, capital T, small t. Now we will make combinations. This capital T with this capital T, this capital T with this small t, this small t with this capital T, this small t with this small t. So we are having capital T and capital T. Now this capital T and small t, this is again capital T and small t, and this is double small t. So this generation is called as F2 generation. Now in this F2 generation, we are having capital T 1, capital T small t 2, and small t 1. So out of total 4, 1 is homozygous tallness, 1 is homozygous dwarf, and 2 are hybrid tall. So this is pure tall, this is hybrid tall, and this is pure dwarf. So this 1 is to 2 is to 1, this ratio, this is 3, this is tall, this is tall, 1 plus 2 total 3, and this is dwarf 1. Means we are saying there are 3 plants which were tall and 1 plant which was dwarf. So the phenotypic ratio जो हमें बाहर से दिखाई दे रही है, expression phenotype, the phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1. Phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1. But out of these 3 told, 1 is pure and 2 are hybrid. So we are saying this is genotypic ratio 1 is to 2 is to 1. So this is genotypic ratio. So this is the first experiment which was performed by Mendel to explain the transmission of characters from one generation to next generation, and this is called as Mendel's monotypic hybrid cross. So why we are saying it Mendel monohybrid cross? Mono means single, hybrid means making hybrid. So we are studying the inheritance pattern of a single character at a time. Single character means we are taking here height of the plant which is having two alternate traits. So as we have shown here the transmission of one single character, that is height of plant, that's why we are calling it monohybrid cross. So next topics will be discussed in next video. Till then, goodbye.